light for both teams, and then the rushing yards heavy for both teams. We knew coming in, both these teams like to go on the ground game, and you can see 165 yards rushing for the Bulldogs to 142 for the Wildcats, and then the total yards favored the Bulldogs 199 to 163. Penalties hurt the Bulldogs a little bit, 7 for 45 and then 4 for 30 on the Wildcats. Neither team had a turnover, pretty clean first half there. And Ricky Rodriguez to the Bulldogs with all 3 of their first half touchdowns, as we see the Bulldogs coming out here on this homecoming night, ready to start the second half, and they'll be receiving the football and looking for a chance to add to their 7-point lead. You can see members of the Bulldog Marching Band who just got through performing, and it was a rousing halftime show as they had the homecoming king and queen crowned and also saluted the classes all the way back to 1954. It's good to see those folks out here, and a lot of people enjoying some memories out here tonight, trip down memory lane. And McAllen traditionally over the years won most of their games. They're winning here tonight, 21-14, as we get ready to start this third quarter of action. So Weslaco East will be kicking off, and the Bulldogs will be advancing from left to right. And the Bulldogs will receive this kickoff. And it looks like the kicker for Weslaco East will be number 31, Martin Silva. They have several kickers on Weslaco East. They use, I was asking one of the assistant coaches before the game started who their punter was, and he told me, well, it kind of depends. And they have several. And kickoff specialists, they have more than one. They've used number 28, Hector Martinez, and then this man is Martin Silva. So he's got those bright blue and gold colored shoes he's wearing, kicker shoes, and he boots this one out of the back of the end zone. So good shoes there, and McAllen will set up at their own 25-yard line following the touchback. So McAllen's number 28, Ricky Rodriguez, with 3 stellar runs in the first half, 4 touchdowns, especially that third one was a thing of beauty, as it ended up being a fumble that was knocked back about 15 yards and scooped up by Rodriguez, who opportunistically ran it 26 yards into the end zone. That will be on the highlight reel for the rest of the year. Touchdowns for Weslaco East by the running back Salul Cuellar and the quarterback Darren Rivas. Here's the first play for the Bulldogs. They hand this off running straight ahead, and it's a gain of about 1. And that will be on the carry. It looks like number 22. His first carry of the game. That's Ian Gully. So 2 yards for him. We see Rodriguez there in the backfield. 11.5 minutes to play. Just started the third quarter. McAllen up by 7. Hover fakes the handoff, rolls around to the left side, turns the corners, hit at the 30, and falls forward to the 31. It was slowed initially by Tommy Maldonado, and then a couple of other Wildcats came in there. 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up third down. Bulldogs in the first half unable to convert on third down. They were 0 for 2. And this will be a 3rd and 4 as we take a look at this replay. It was a fake to Rodriguez, and you see Hover going to the left side, brought down by a couple of defenders, including 21 Ricky Amadas. Snap to Hover in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, throws it short, skinny post. It's caught for a first down. That's Gomez. Gomez shy of the 40 is about the 38-yard line, a pickup of 7 on the play. So Bulldogs go to the air on third down, and they convert and move the chains. Gomez came into this game with averaging just under 15 yards a catch. He has 1 score this year. See him trot off the field. Now the Bulldogs with the 1st and 10 at their own 39, 2 receivers left, 2 men in the backfield with Hover in the shotguns, tight end right side. They run this off tackle right. This is Rodriguez, who dances his way gingerly forward up to about the 44. That's a gain of 6. And we saw toward the end of the first half, the Bulldogs are beginning to really assert their running game. And they look like they still have that same level of dominance here in the early part of the third. 6-yard pickup. They spot this actually at the Wildcat 45, the Bulldog 45. 2nd down and 4. Hover hands it off to Rodriguez, no fakes it, pulls it back out, keeps the ball up the middle. First down is hit, bounces forward as it crosses midfield into Wildcat territory up to about the 43-yard line. Hover, just a determined runner, picks up 13 yards. Bulldogs closing in on 200 yards rushing in this game, up to 190. So we take a look at this replay, and he put that ball right in the midsection of Rodriguez and held it there for a good long time, really selling that handoff and then taking off up the middle and breaking 3 or 4 tackles before he was brought down by the defensive tackle, Daniel Mieva. Snap to Hover. This time hands it off to Rodriguez up the middle, forces his way up to about the 40, maybe the 39. And they're going to spot this. They do spot it at the 39, so it's a 4-yard pickup there for Rodriguez.
Your line of scrimmage, the Wildcat 39.
Second down, 6 now. Clock running at 9:05 to play here in the third. Over, shotgun. We'll hand this off. This looks like Rincones. It's the big fullback, Matthew Rincones. I believe that's his first carry tonight. And he's bottled up at the line of scrimmage. They'll bring up third down and 6.
Matthew Rincones on the carry for the Bulldogs. On the stop, number 68.
Clock running at 8.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Bulldogs on the right hash mark. 4 down linemen for the Wildcats on 3rd and 6. 2 receivers to the right side. Rodriguez and Rincones in the backfield with Hover in the shotgun. Low snap, Hover has it. Plenty of time. Now wants to run. Pocket collapses, and they're going to get him for a loss. I believe that's the first sack of the evening, and a couple of Wildcats in there. Number 68, Christian Cardenas, and Jonathan Banda, both in there for the sack. So Hover had plenty of time initially, and then it just collapsed very quickly, and this will force a punt. And there's the punt. Snap mishandled by the punter. Picks up the ball and is able to get it off anyway. Takes a big Bulldog bounce at the Wildcat 25. Now bounces toward the 10. Still rolling at about the 7. And it's going to be downed right there. So a heads-up play there by the Bulldog punter. Bulldogs narrowly avoiding disaster. And we do have a flag down. This could be for an ineligible man downfield. That sometimes happens if you have a delayed punt. And I think he's asking, I think this is on the Wildcats. It looks like he's asking Coach Brewer. This is the referee talking to Kevin Brewer, the Bulldog head coach. And he seems to be pointing toward the Wildcats as if there's an infraction on the receiving team. Here's the call. It was against the Wildcats. Bulldogs decline it. And the Bulldogs with terrific special teams play tonight as we take a look at this. Yeah, punt initially mishandled by Ashton Rolls, but Rolls with a heads-up play to not panic, pick up the ball, and get a nice punt off. And thanks to some terrific punting tonight, the Wildcats have been bottled up inside their 10 on a couple of possessions. They were one time down at the 1 in the second quarter. Now they find themselves at their own 7-yard line. 7:35 to play here in the third quarter. This will be the Wildcats' first possession. They trail by 7. And now Coach Brewer is still over there talking to the officials. Oh, he seems satisfied. I think we'll have some football. Might be able to hear some of the members of the Mackay Drum Corps as they're playing in front of the home crowd on the track. The cheerleaders. Split backfield. They toss this right. This is Cuellar trying to get to that corner, being chased by Vasquez. And Cuellar, not much room, gets up to about the 9. Good job by the defensive tackle, number 93, Mark Vasquez, to really stay with him and get him for a negligible gain. see on this replay, Cuellar wants to get around. You see Vasquez fighting off that block. And he gets in there on the tackle, and I think also Cody Rodriguez also in there. Number 46, Cody Rodriguez. 2nd down, 8 now. 3 receivers to the right. This is a new formation for Weslaco East. Team that likes to run it, and they do run it. They fake a handoff, run it forward, and Rivas hit at the 11 and brought down. That's Ayala who provided the initial hit, and Vasquez, number 93, is in there again. Number 30, Marcus Correa, also in there. This will bring up a long 3rd. So 3rd down and 5 at the Weslaco East, backed up at their own 12-yard line. And you can see that mist keeps everybody cool there on the sideline. The Bulldog cheerleaders keeping the fans into it. 3 receivers to the right on 3rd and 5. Rivas rolls out to his left, throws it toward left sideline. Man open, but can't come down with it. Skipped off the fingertips of the intended receiver, Maldonado, and the Wildcats will have to punt. Look at that. It fills 6,500 on the home side. So if you want to try to estimate, probably close to 6,000 fans packed in here on the home side tonight for this Bulldog homecoming game. You see members of the ROTC, members of the drum corps, the cheerleaders. Many student groups out here. Here's the punt by Weslaco East. This is their 3rd of the game. This is high, and looks like it's muffed at the 48. Might have been touched by the Bulldogs, but it goes out of bounds safely for Mackay after taking a Wildcat bounce back to the Mackay 42. We have a nice isolation here on Gomez, and still hard to tell, but it looks like he may have touched that ball. And certainly his body language after the fact suggested that he may have touched it, which meant that it could have been recovered by the defense. They could not have advanced it because it would have been ruled a muff, not a fumble. But Weslaco East certainly could have recovered that ball had it not gone out of bounds. So Mackay has dodged a couple of bullets here. One on a mishandled snap on a punt that they still managed to get off, and then here on this punt reception. And of course they had a fumble back in the 2nd quarter that resulted in a touchdown. Here they start at their 42, and this is a handoff up the middle for about 3 yards. There's Rodriguez on the carry once more. Let's bring up 2nd down and 7 at the Bulldog 45. Rincones comes into the game now, number 32. You see 2 receivers will be to the near sideline. And Hover in the shotgun. Hover's going to hand this off right tackle. It's Rodriguez. Waited for the hole to develop, then danced his way forward for 5 yards. Showing good running instincts there. And patiently picked up actually 6 yards. They're going to spot him at the Wildcat 49. So we take a look at the replay. So that brings up just 3rd down and 1. 4:42 to play in the 3rd quarter. No score yet in the 2nd half. Bulldogs up 21-14. They hand it off. Rodriguez around to the right side and has the 1st down up to the Wildcat 47. He picks up 2. He needed 1. Bulldogs, by the way, now over 200 yards rushing in this game. They're at 201. They came into tonight averaging 289. So they appear to be about on the same pace. So clock continues to move at 4:24 and counting. And the Bulldogs in Wildcat territory, 1st and 10, Wildcat 47. Hover running around left side. Has a little bit of a convoy there, then breaks down and gains only a yard. So it looked kind of promising at the start, but the Wildcat defenders there fighting off the blocks and able to bring Hover down after just a short gain. Gain of just 1 yard on the play. But that will keep the clock moving. Under 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Over shotgun, facing 4 down linemen. Wildcats rush for as Hover wants to throw. Rolling right and throws to the right side, and it's caught at the 42-yard line. That was a catch by Marcus Moya, his first catch tonight. Hover, by the way, has completed 6 of 7 passes now. And that's a gain of 4 on the play. Hover has 45 yards passing. And this brings up 3rd down again, 3rd and 5 now. Clock at 3:09, still counting. 3rd and 5 at 42. Hover in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. Hover looking left. Rodriguez picks up a blitz. Throw to the left side is incomplete and nearly picked off by a Wildcat defender. Looked like Maldonado almost stepped in front of the tight end, Kevin Hilgenfeld. And if Maldonado had been able to catch that, it would have been 6 points the other way. We'll take a look at the replay here. Hover was looking left all the way and then threw it. And hard to tell from the replay how close Maldonado came to catching that ball, but you could tell from Maldonado's reaction that he felt he could have had it. Here's the punt. 3rd punt of the game for the Bulldogs is high and fair caught at the Wildcat 13-yard line. So the Bulldogs once again have pinned Weslaco East deep. Weslaco has had terrible field position this whole game. Mainly thanks to Bulldog special teams. They're actually going to spot this at the Wildcat 14-yard line. 1st and 10 there with 2 minutes 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs led 21-14 at halftime, and that's still our score. It's power eye right for the Wildcats. They toss it right. That's Cuellar, has 2 blockers. Even the quarterback trying to turn that corner does, and is pushed out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain. Ayala nearly caught him, but Cuellar able to turn that corner. And they're going to give him credit up to the 20, which is a 6-yard gain. You see on the replay, Ayala, number 10, nearly had him. And Ayala did kind of influence him going out of bounds. So 2nd down and 4, the Wildcat 20. Power eye right once again. And there we see some movement and a whistle before the snap. Bulldogs had some troubles in the 1st quarter with jumping offside on defense. Let's see what this is. It is against the Bulldogs again, so I'm pretty sure the quarterback Rivas for Weslaco East is altering his cadence when he calls the snaps and gets those players to jump and get a free 5 yards out of it. And that'll give him a 1st down, by the way. So here on 1st and 10, they give it to Cuellar. Big hit there as he bowls his way across the 30 and up to close to another 1st down. He's at the 33, an 8-yard pickup to bring up 2nd and 2. But look at this replay. Boy, you can see spittle flying and everything there. It's definitely one both players will feel in the morning. Second down and 2 now. Wildcat 33. Same formation. Power eye right. They hand it off. Cuellar has the 1st down and speeds his way across the 40 to about the 42. It's a pickup of 9. East up to 170 yards rushing in this game. Both teams pretty stout when it comes to running the football. And as long as the score is close, both of them can stay within their game. Neither one is all that comfortable when it comes to throwing the football. Mackay fans still as spirited as ever. Minute 50 seconds left in the 3rd. They toss this one left, power eye left. This is Cervantes. Cervantes, the big hole at the 50, 1st down, Bulldog territory, spins his way at the 40, inside the 35 to the Bulldog 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 26 yards. And a spirited run here by Cervantes. Some talented running backs here in this Weslaco East team. Cervantes with some deceptive speed there. Ayala nearly had him, but then at the 40. And then you see Correa wrapping him up with several other Bulldog teammates, including Andrew Martinez, in there at the end. So first down at the Bulldog 32. They hand this off going straight ahead. That looks like Cuellar across the 30 up to about the 28-yard line. Weslaco East now up to 200 yards rushing in this game. Oh, there's our homecoming king and queen for the 2013, really the class of 2014, 2013-14 school year. They'll be back in future years to represent the class of 2014, so congratulations to the homecoming king and queen. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. They toss this right. This is Cuellar. Good blocks. He's at the 20. Hit at the 17 and then wrapped up there. That was a terrific open field tackle. Looked like Andrew Martinez there. Held him up just long enough for reinforcements to arrive. And a good job by Cuellar. If we see this replay, you'll see how Cuellar waits for his blockers to commit on somebody, and then he takes advantage wherever the hole develops. And yeah, that was Martinez there, wrapped him up, the open field tackle. When you're facing powerful runners, you go low for the legs. And good job there by Martinez. And this ball is going to be spotted at the 18-yard line, 10-yard pickup, and it's a first down. Handoff up the middle. This looks like Cervantes, up to about the 12. And he's brought down by the Bulldogs, number 54. That's Edgar Yanis, linebacker. You see it's Cervantes, number 25 there, had the carry, and that is the end of the third quarter, with the Weslaco East Wildcats threatening after a scoreless third quarter. Our score, McAllen 21, Weslaco East 14. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a moment. You're watching Football Night at McAllen on MITV, McAllen Instructional Television. We're ready to start the fourth quarter. You can see it's a lovely evening here downtown McAllen. See the bank tower, the 17-story bank tower there off in the distance. And as I said earlier, that's the site of the first McAllen High School. And the site of the second one is right next to this stadium. And here we go, starting the fourth quarter. They hand this off at the middle. This is Cuellar. Weslaco East with the ball in a 2nd and 5 in Bulldog territory. And they run this up across the 10 to about the 9. So they gain 4 on the play, and it brings up third down and just 1. And they're in at the Bulldog 9-yard line now. Third down and 1. Wildcats trying to tie up this game. They've trailed since the start of the second half. Quarterback fumbles the snap, but recovers the ball, surges forward up to about the 6. So even though we appear to have dropped the football, they still pick up the first down, and they'll have a 1st and goal. I believe it was brought down by Aldair Quiroz. Edgar Yanis in there also on the tackle. And now ball spotted at the 6, 1st and goal. East down by 7 points. Hand this off left side. There's a hole there for Cuellar, but he's hit the line of scrimmage, falls forward to about the 4. I think Mark Vasquez in there on the stop along with a couple of teammates.
Gain of 2, be 2nd and goal from the Bulldogs.
So it'll be 2nd down and goal. They're going to spot it at the 3-yard line. Second down goal. Power I left. They toss it left. That's Cuellar. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Fighting his way forward up to about the 2. spirited Bulldog defense down here in the close to the end zone. See who's in here on the tackle. When you see the Bulldog defensive line gets initial good penetration. Martinez came up with the first big hit. And then a couple of other Bulldogs get a hold of him. Paul Zielinski coming in there late to make sure he doesn't go any further. But they do get it up to the 1 yard line. So it's now 3rd down and goal. Ball spotted just outside the 1. Kind of a short 2. Power eye right. Going to hand this off right over right guard to Cuellar. Touchdown. Weslaco East has the touchdown and is just a point after try from tying up this game. A drive that started at their own 14-yard line. They hit pay dirt at the other end. For Cuellar, that's his second score of the night. 9:47 to play here in the game. And if the Wildcats hit this extra point, they can tie it up. Rivas, the quarterback, gets in there. He's the holder. Martinez, the kicker. Here's the snap. Good snap, good hold, and it's blocked. Bulldogs block it. They can run this back. They pick it up at the 15. At the 30, he's got a convoy. Man is hit at midfield. Still going at the 40. One man to beat. At the 30, maintains his balance. He's going to score. All the way back, Austin Ochoa. Austin Ochoa, you see him there thanking the man upstairs. Probably the biggest run of his life. Ochoa, a linebacker, a senior, picking up that football and running it all the way back. But there may have been a flag down. They haven't put the points on the board yet. By the way, a defensive return of a blocked kick is worth 2 points. That's not a touchdown, it's worth 2 because it came on a point after try. But they may be calling it back due to a flag. They still have not put it up on the board yet. I see the referee talking to Kevin Brewer, who looks a little disappointed. And I think it may have been a clip. We could see that right at midfield. I never did see a flag come down. But it did look like in the return that one of the Bulldog players may have clipped a Wildcat defender. The official's still talking this over. Now I'm wondering if it is a penalty against the Bulldogs, does that mean the Wildcats get to the point after try over again? Or does it simply mean that the play is no good? And I think that's what they're ruling, although the official never did give an explanation. But they haven't put the points up on the board. It remains 21-20 McAllen. And I think because the kick was blocked and the penalty occurred after the block, Weslaco East does not get another try. Simply results in no points. But whoa, that'll still be worth looking at on the replay. A great run there by Austin Ochoa, and I'd like to see who got the block as well. So here we go. We're going to kick it off now. McAllen still has the lead, 21-20, as the Bulldogs blocked the extra point, ran it all the way back for an apparent 2-point score, but that was negated by a penalty. That's what we believe. Rodriguez at the 13, big hole at the 30, down the near sideline at the 40, one man chasing, pushes him out at the 25-yard line. And a touchdown saving tackle by Urbina for Weslaco East, but a huge kickoff return for Ricky Rodriguez, who has just had an unbelievable night. 3 touchdowns in this game for Rodriguez, 2 of them on long runs, and now this scintillating kickoff return. Catches a short kick in stride, and then good blocking initially, turns on the afterburners down the near sideline, and would have scored if not for Urbina's effort right there. Would have been about a 90-yard return. Instead, it's about 65 yards, still pretty good. They hand this off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez dancing his way forward, has the first down, still going. Inside the 10, it'll be 1st and goal. He runs it all the way up to the 7-yard line, a run of 18 yards. Now we take a look at the replay. Look at that blocking there. Good block there by the Bulldogs, number 72, Brandon Cuellar Tapia. Just continuing to stay with his man. He's the left tackle. And here's Hover handing off Rodriguez again, going up the middle, taking his time, and fights his way up to the 5-yard line. I think Jacob Ahmad had a good block on that one, number 66. 76, Jesus Alvarado also in there, providing some, providing a little help there for Rodriguez. So he's up to the 4-yard line to pick up a 3. 2nd down and goal. Bulldogs moving right to left. They hand it off Rodriguez again, right through the 5-yard line up to the 2. Went right through the line of scrimmage like butter and then was hit and stopped suddenly at the 2-yard line. So officially gain of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd down and goal. And Hover very good at just kind of putting the ball there in front of Hover and forcing the defense to have to kind of wait to see, well, is he going to give it to him or is he going to pull it back and run it himself? And that's kept the defense off balance all night. Here they are. They actually picked up a 1st down as Hover runs this forward and scores. A correction, Rodriguez runs this forward after the handoff from Hover. And Rodriguez, his 4th touchdown of the night, and the Bulldogs up 27-20. So Rodriguez with the 4th touchdown of the night. He came into tonight with 8 touchdowns, now has 12 for the year. Here's the extra point. Escobedo, 3 for 3 tonight. This kick is up and away, and it is good. Escobedo now 4 for 4, and McAllen up 28-20. 8 minutes, 13 seconds left in the 4th quarter. We've got a heck of a game going on here, and Weslaco East set to receive when we come back. You're watching Football Night at McAllen here on MITV. There's another look at the touchdown. Eight minutes, 13 seconds left to go in the game. McAllen on top, 28-20. And Weslaco East, after a scoreless 3rd quarter, Weslaco East jumped in there, was a 1 point away from tying up the football game. Extra point was blocked, and then the Bulldogs engineered this drive that started at their own at the Wildcat 25-yard line after a 65-yard kickoff return by Rodriguez. And there you see Rodriguez finishing it off with a short 2-yard run. His 4th touchdown of the night, and the Bulldogs up 28-20. So Rodriguez had 7 rushing scores entering tonight. That gives him 11 for the year. He's also had 1 receiving, so he's got 12 touchdowns overall, which will probably might make him the leading scorer in the Valley at this point through 5 games. It'd be hard to top that. 72 points, total points. There we see Rodriguez on the sideline with his offensive line mates there. Couldn't do it without those guys. Even on the sideline, he sticks close to his offensive line. Here's Gonzalez with the kick. This is going to go high toward the end zone. Might have gone out of bounds, and no, it's ruled a touchback. He was kind of going like a long draw. You think of golf as it headed toward the left side of the end zone, and looks like it went out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Bulldogs fortunate not to concede the ball at the 30. Instead, it's at the 25. There we see Proud Papa. That's Ricky Rodriguez's father there, exchanging high fives. with the purple shirt and clapping his hands up above his head. And his son with, well, as a team, the Bulldogs have 228 yards rushing and probably at least 150 of that from Rodriguez, perhaps a great deal more. And 4 touchdowns, of course. And here's the Wildcats on 1st and 10, handing it off to Cervantes, trying to run around the left side, loses his footing. He's tackled inbounds at about the 33-yard line after a gain of 8. So East is now still down 1 score, but they are down a touchdown and a 2-point conversion at this point. So that blocked extra point by the Bulldogs could prove to be decisive as this game winds down close to the finish. 7:35 to play in the game. 2nd and 2. Here's a counter play up the middle. 1st down and more for Cuellar. So he bulls it up to the 39-yard line. Gain of 6. The first time we've seen that wrinkle from the Wildcats. Take a look at the replay, and they had some pulling guards in there too. Looked like lead block by 71 Jose Gonzalez, who's normally a defensive lineman but plays on the offense as well. So now they come out with a wing stack on the left side. They hand this off a sweep to the left, and this Cervantes looks like he has a good yardage up to about the 45. Gain of 6 on the play. And the Wildcats still moving the football. Still enough time left for the Wildcats to stay within their game. They like to run it. They're up to 247 yards on the ground here tonight, just 21 through the air. They came into tonight averaging 236, so they're already about 10 yards above that. Clock at 6:33 to play in the game. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts. Toss to the right side. This is Cuellar. Waits for his blocks. Now has the 50. 1st down. Hit, spins. And now there's a flag comes down just as he goes down in Bulldog territory at about the 42-yard line. And someone may have grabbed a face mask here as we saw Cuellar take a wild spin there as he was hit by a Bulldog defender. Just kind of did a pirouette and fell forward. Even put his hand up to his face mask like like reacting to some pain or something like that. And this is holding against the Wildcats. Thought it might have been a face mask as we saw the spin here. We'll take another look. Can't quite see the hold, but let's see what happens here. You'll see this hit. Yeah, and he was hit in the head a little bit, and you see him react to that. But it didn't look like they grabbed the face mask, just kind of hit the side there, and the Bulldogs bring him down. But it'll be a spot foul, so they move it back to the Wildcat 46. 5th penalty on the Wildcats, 1st of this half. 2nd and 3 now. This goes over left guard and upended in the backfield. Great play there by the defensive tackle, Mark Vasquez, number 93. Fantastic play. He just knifed his way through the block and was able to hit Cuellar in the knees and just tossed him down like a rag doll after no gain. You'll see this here. Look at 93 right there. Terrific play. Also number 50 in there to pull them down, Austin Ochoa. 3rd down and 3 now. They're 3 for 7 on 3rd down. Here they toss it right side. Bulldogs are there, missed the block, the tackle, and Cuellar still going. 1st down and more, deep into Bulldog territory, up to about the Bulldog 42. Gain of 12 on 3rd down. So good second effort there by Cuellar to pick up the 1st down here. And on the tackle there for the Bulldogs, looked like 35, Victor Juarez. 5:04 to play in the game. Bulldogs up 28-20. Power eye left. They hand this off. Cervantes tries to bounce it outside. Is hit and is going to go down for nothing. Paul Zielinski's in there to wrap him up. along with a couple of teammates, Giannis in there and Ayala. A couple of the usual suspects in there after a gain of 2. So 2nd down and 8, and the clock coming a little bit of a factor now. The Wildcats, basically the way this is going in there, the way they have that kind of a slothful offense, this may be their last opportunity. Clock is under 4.5 minutes left. Mackay up 28-20. Power eye left, and now we've got some movement before the snap. The officials will discuss this. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts still. Here's the call.
Offside against the Bulldogs.
That's the 9th Bulldog penalty. They've had only 2 in the second half after 7 in the first half, but this one will move it up to the Bulldog 30-yard line. This drive started with 8:13 to play. So a 4-minute drive now here for Weslaco East as they've moved it to the Bulldog 30 after starting at their own 25-yard line. Going left is Cuellar, and Cuellar picks up 4. Clock now going to be under 4 minutes. And he picked up the first down, so they stop at a moment. See another big hit there. There are a lot of big hits in this game. This has been a very physical game. Very clean game, and very physical. Cody Rodriguez, one of the Bulldogs, in there on the tackle, along with a couple of teammates. We see Escobedo, number 15, and Manny Segovia, number 5. Bulldog kickers, in case they're needed. Here's a play-action pass. They want to go for the end zone. Long score is intercepted. That's Martinez. Martinez running it back at the 10 to the 20, and is hit, knocked out of bounds at the 22-yard line. A 20-yard return by the safety, Andrew Martinez, and it's the first turnover of the night. First turnover of the night as the Bulldogs shut the door as Weslaco East tried to go for it all. Weslaco East at the 26-yard line decides to see if they can catch the Bulldogs off guard. They do the play action. They throw it over the middle, intended for Maldonado, and the pass intercepted by Martinez, number 2. You saw also number 20 was back there as well. That was Ruben Gutierrez. And Cuellar, or rather Martinez, runs it back 20 yards out to the Bulldog 22. 3:28 to go. So now clock a bit of a factor as Rodriguez dances his way forward up to about the 25. So the clock definitely a factor now as Mackay up 28-20. And Weslaco East still in possession of all 3 of their timeouts. Have to see how they decide to use them. 2nd down and 6 for McAllen Bulldogs. Got Cervantes, or excuse me, Rincones and Rodriguez in the backfield with Hover. They give it to Rodriguez, but he's hit in the backfield and we hit for a loss as a couple of Wildcats were back there, and it looked like Jonathan Banda back there for the stop. See, Rodriguez had it and he was hit and brought down right away. Also in there helping number 8, Ramiro Mendoza, for the Wildcats. Clock is now at 2:18. 3rd down and 8. This is a crucial play here. And Hover wants to throw over the middle. Man is open, but the ball is underthrown, incomplete. Hover did play action and was trying to hit Marcus Moya over the middle, but the pass a little bit low and Moya unable to hang on. It's just the 2nd incompletion, or the 3rd incompletion tonight for the Bulldogs. You can see it there as Hover had to hurry the throw just a wee little bit, and that was enough. That's going to force, and there's the fake. Here we are back. They fake the punt, and they get the first down. But then the ball comes out, and it looks like they're going to rule Wildcat football. I thought for a moment he might be down by contact. Now they're saying it's Wildcat football following a fake punt by the Bulldogs. They pick up the first down and more, and then the ball comes out. It looked like the ball came out with contact with the ground. Enrique Lopez, the man with the big run there for the Bulldogs. But it ends up being ruled a fumble. The Wildcats have it at the 31-yard line, so it ends up having the value of a punt, if you will. Here we take another look at the replay. And yes, indeed, ball coming out with contact with the ground. So a break there for the Wildcats with 1:54 to go in the game. Wildcats roll out to the left, pass caught at the 40. That's the first catch of the night by number 11, J.R. Villarreal.
On the stop, number 30, Marco Pereira. Gain of 90, second down.
So each team with one turnover in this game, and they come in relatively close succession. Back-to-back possessions. Second down and 1. Wildcats still have all three of their timeouts. Clock is at 1:28. Rivas running forward, hit at the 41, falls forward to about the 42-yard line, still in Wildcat territory. The Wildcats forced to do a hurry-up offense. They did pick up the first down there, so the clock stops momentarily. Now clock running again at 1:19 to go. Wildcats at their own 43 after the Bulldog fumble, recovered at the Wildcat 31. There's another pass attempt by Rivas, and this one's incomplete. Had two receivers in the pattern, and the pass goes incomplete. We take a look at the replay. So this will bring up second down and 10. Clock stopped at 1:06 to go in the game. Mackay 28, Weslaco East 20. And now I think there's a timeout called. And Coach Mike Burgett seems a little bit upset there. He didn't want to have to use a timeout with the clock already stopped. And Weslaco East uses their first timeout.
Mr. Jeff Fawcett, Mr. Kenny Wilson, and Mr. Ben Smith for the assistance and support.
So Weslaco East using the timeout. And here's a look at the schedule remaining for the year for Weslaco East. You can see these are all district games, of course. They've got PSJA Bears, who are a pretty tough team this year. Then the Greyhounds, of course, their crosstown rival Weslaco, October 18th. And then they got McAllen Memorial, Farr Memorial, and they'll finish up with Rowe at the end of the year. That could prove to be a playoff game in a sense. Mackay is off after this game. And then they've got a couple of Thursday games mixed in there in the rest of their schedule. They'll finish up the year November 7th against PSJA Memorial Wolverines. But here we go, back to action. Wildcats with two timeouts, second down and 10 at their own 43. Rivas back to throw, fakes it right, throws left. It's a screen pass. This is caught by Cuellar, breaks a tackle. He's at the 50, first down and more, forced out of bounds. So the Wildcats continue to play within themselves and continue to move that football.
Pushed out of bounds by number 9, Ashton Rose.
There they picked up about 20 yards and get the ball into Bulldog territory at the 42-yard line. There we see the homecoming king and queen, other members of the homecoming crew, duchesses and dukes and all the royalty. And now another timeout called by Weslaco East. And this is the second timeout they've used when the clock was already stopped. So 56 seconds left in the game. Mackay up 28-20. And it was a bizarre turn of events that we'll recap in just a moment. Just to remind you that in McAllen, you can buy home varsity football tickets for the Bulldogs, Mustangs, and Warriors online. That's right, you can go online to mcallenisd.org/athletics. You can use a credit card or debit card, and you can purchase tickets to all the home games for McAllen ISD teams. Mustangs, Warriors, and Bulldogs. And it's available right there. Pretty neat to have that convenience right at your fingertips on the device of your choice. So Wildcats down to one timeout left. And as I was saying, this situation set up by a wild play, which the Bulldogs on a 4th and 8 ran a fake punt, beautifully executed. They easily converted the first down, ran about 50 yards into Weslaco territory, and then were ruled to have fumbled the football. Weslaco East recovered at the 31-yard line. They are now at the Bulldog 42, and here they go, a flea flicker in the backfield, and Rivas wants to throw the home run ball deep. It's underthrown and intercepted. Intercepted by the Bulldogs, and that might do it. Just might be game, set, and match. And a tough game here. Both teams giving their all tonight. Marcus Correa with the interception. And Correa just has a nose for big plays. We mentioned earlier in the game he had a save against Nicky Rowe that preserved that victory. And we saw some razzle-dazzle in the backfield here on the replay. And Rivas, his pass wobbly and underthrown, and then intercepted by Marcus Correa, senior cornerback. 47 seconds left in the game. Weslaco East down to just one timeout. So the Bulldogs will snap it and down it, and Weslaco East can only stop it one time. They used their last timeout, 43 seconds left. They won't be able to stop it after this. The Bulldogs will just need to snap it 2 more times and the game will be over. So barring something highly unusual, Weslaco East will fall to 2-2 overall, and they'll be 1-1 in the district. McAllen High will improve to 5-0, and then 3-0 in the district, and they'll be alone in first place. But they've still got to snap it 2 more times. 43 seconds left in the game. The Bulldogs conceded 5 yards. They actually line up in the shotgun, do a shotgun snap, and then Hover takes a knee. So it brings up 2nd and 15. Now they are backed up to their own 15-yard line. So they do have to be careful here. And as you see our split screen there, you can see the 2 opposing sidelines. Look of excited expectation on the Bulldogs sideline and some disappointment on the Wildcat sideline as Hover downs it one more time at the 12-yard line, and the clock will roll now. Bulldogs will, depending on when they start the delay clock, they haven't started it yet. So the Bulldogs will not need to snap the ball another time. And you can see the Bulldog coaches on the sideline saying, do not snap it. The Bulldogs were already lined up, and they're saying, do not snap it, do not snap it. And in fact, they haven't started the delay clock. So this is going to be the game. The Bulldogs are going to win it. 28-20 is our final score. The Bulldogs remain unbeaten on the season. They improved to 5 wins, no losses overall, and in the district, they're 3-0. Weslaco East, 2-2 overall, 1-1 in the district. And a terrific spirited battle by both teams here tonight. Weslaco East, touchdowns, 2 from Cuellar, 1 from Rivas. And then for Mackay, Bulldogs had 230 yards on the ground tonight, 45 in the air, 22 first downs. And then Ricky Rodriguez with 4 touchdown runs. And the Bulldogs win it by a score of 28-20. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time right here on Football Night in McAllen, right here on MITV.